Welcome into TexAgs Rewind, presented by our good friends at Yeti, David Nuño. Nick, I feel like today's show was excellent. It was very insightful. It wasn't the crazy show that we sometimes get on a Friday. It was all business.
Yeah, it really wasn't for whatever reason, but I mean, I'm assuming that will change with, the whole crew. Is the whole crew going to be back next week?
No,
maybe 3 weeks from now.
So Final Countdown was just Seth and Billy and myself. And I think the two brothers going after each other, it was all business. Part of the reason it's all business is because we just want to see some freaking W's. We want to see some offense, right? It's a game week. So we did the Final Countdown with Billy and with Seth. We had Billy on breaking down all kind of things on the program as well. Brian Jones, CBS Sports, is high on A&M. We appreciate his conversation.
I like how you always go backwards in the order.
It kind of depends on my mood. Well, we started with the Final Countdown talking about it, right? So why would I bury it at the end?
Good point.
Yeah,
that's why you're in there and I'm back here.
Well, there's other reasons too.
Very true.
And the Go Hour. Olin Buchanan. Oh, you know what? Is the intro in the rewind?
No.
Oh, man. Well,
don't want to do that, apparently.
Sorry
we tried,
you
guys.
Upset. I almost said the word I shouldn't have said. You upset quite a few. Not you. I mean, we really didn't do it.
Yeah.
But OB will be on the intro. He wasn't there today, but he was all over the Go Hour. Check it out. That and more here on TexAgs Rewind. TCU favored by 20.5.
I have no idea what to think of this game.
I don't either.
I'm going to take TCU, and that might be a stupid pick, but just all the weird things that's gone on in Colorado, they may be great, they may be terrible. And I don't know what to think of TCU.
I don't either.
So I'll take my L if I get an L, and I won't even worry about it.
I'm taking the points. Colorado keeps it close.
Okay.
Close-ish, if you will. Number 2, Virginia, ACC versus number 12, Tennessee, 11 o'clock, Nissan Stadium, Saturday, ABC. Tennessee favored by 28.5.
I want that half point. I'm gonna take Virginia.
Okay.
Tennessee wins. But, man, 28.5, that's a lot of points for another quote Power 5 conference team.
That is a lot of points.
Now if Tennessee wins, I'm just saying, but do they win by 29? Maybe, but I'll go with the points.
I think Tennessee's going to roll.
Okay.
Virginia was pretty bad. I think they won 3 games. I think they were pretty bad.
Okay.
So I go with Tennessee there. Third game, number 21, North Carolina versus South Carolina, 6:30 p.m., Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, Saturday. North Carolina favored by 2.5.
Yeah, I'll take North Carolina. I really like Drake May.
I do too. I think they win by a touchdown, at least. So, yeah, I'm taking North Carolina on that one. The fourth game, I've gone back and forth on this game quite a bit, OB, but I'm going to settle here. You've got LSU versus number 5 LSU versus number 8 Florida State, 6:30 there in Orlando, Sunday ABC broadcast. LSU is favored by 2.5.
I have a policy, and only seldomly do I relax that policy. But the policy is in a non-conference game, always take the SEC team. So I'll go with LSU, even though I feel uncomfortable with it because there's talk about LSU's secondary.
Yes.
I'm buying what they're selling, man. And I get looked at cross-eyed when I say that. Yes, I'm still a believer in the Aggies. I think they have everything they need on campus now. They have the dudes. They found a quarterback in Wegman a season ago. Only 5 starts, but 8 touchdowns, 0 picks. The guy looked the part. Now, can Petrino come in there and innovate and continue to help his progress and growth? That's what I'm going to be seeking. But if they can stay healthy on the offensive line, they have playmakers, definitely at the wide receiver position. They have them on the defensive line. You guys know better than me how well they've recruited there. They need to step up and stay healthy. So, yeah, this is a complete football team. And you don't have to go out and be all fancy, and everyone thinks that's the case. We had this discussion on our show last night. Hell, 3 yards in a cloud of dust could work. My Cowboys won Super Bowls, just Emmett left, Emmett right, throw it to Michael Irvin or Alvin Harper. If you can control the line of scrimmage, because I don't care how many bells and whistles you have, that's going to always be the key to football, that interior play, offensive line and defensive line. If you can win there and a quarterback that can take care of the ball, and I don't know who the hell said managing an offense is a pejorative. It's not. You want a guy that can manage the offense. Does he have to light it up all the time? Does he have to be a Tom Brady? No. Don't make mistakes. Take care of the rock. Make good decisions. And when I broke down the Aggies film a season ago, that was their bugaboo. They didn't have consistent quarterback play. You had guys that were afraid and had happy feet. And then Wegman comes in, and once again, he was cool, calm, collective, and he looked the part. I don't want to put a lot of pressure on the young man, but hell, you go to schools such as Texas A&M, you go to the Texas and Alabamas because of the hype, the pressure, and the traditions. So I think they have everything they need. Stay healthy up front and continue to grow at that quarterback position.
Going to try to confuse and prey on confusion up front. And in doing so, are going to put themselves in major risk that if these attempts at confusion, where you're hoping to have free blitzers, free rushers, guys flying in the backfield to stuff runs before they can start, if that gets picked up, they're really hanging themselves out to dry on the back end. You know, you're bringing linebackers, you're hanging yourself out to dry on the back end, and it is a very high risk. The reward is they can kill drives, and they will kill some drives. In the course of a game, it's going to happen. There are going to be some negative plays. What will make me happy with what I see is if it doesn't take A&M into their fourth, fifth drive to start figuring that stuff out.
Right.
I'm not concerned that they're going to do that for 4 quarters and they're going to slog around. I've got more confidence right now in this offense. But I understand there's going to be some negative plays, but then I want to see A&M overcome a 2nd and 13, 2nd and 12, and keep a drive going. And then the next time they try it, pick up the stunt, pick up the twist, and hit a big play and score. So, I mean, I'm not sitting – I think people just – everyone gets so beaten down. You know, they thought about last year's O-line, and they think about the offense, and they think about the last 2 seasons. Hell, we had people complaining throughout 2020. A lot of people complained wire to wire about that 2020 offense. I think they had 42 points through 6 possessions against Arkansas. I mean, I think maybe 7. Maybe they 3 and out and then 6 straight touchdowns. They went to Tennessee and scored like 35. In that game against Florida, I think that was 41-38. The bowl game against North Carolina, they were in the 40s.
Yeah. What do you have to see if there's a half to see this weekend? What is something like, I need to see this?
Yeah, I guess Edward Scissorhands. You got to go back and watch it.
It's a great movie. No, man, what you want to see is the opposite of what happened last year. I'm not saying that we came out looking horrible last year, but it was not crisp. It was not clean. And you were just like, in your mind, you were saying to yourself, it's the first game, we'll get over it. But guess what? We didn't. So I want to see a crisp game. I want to see our offensive line. You don't have to be dominant, but don't make any stupid mistakes. Don't let guys slip through the cracks, not block, mental errors, that kind of stuff. Just play good football. Yeah, there's going to be mistakes. Yeah, there's going to be probably interception, something like that just happens. That's football when you're playing and trying to make plays. But you just want to see a crisp game. You want to see them walk out. And, you know, I'd love to see the offense put up 50 points and win, 50-something to 7, something like that.
Yeah,
that would be what I want to see happen. And then you're like, okay, I feel good about where we stand in this kind of a game. You're not going to, tell the rest of the season, but at least you can go, we have some talent. Now let's go play Miami and see what we've really got.
I just want to see – I want to see them start off hot.
Yeah.
And score a lot of points and do it early, because I think for this team to succeed this year, they need to score early and often. And set a tone, play from ahead every once in a while, which we haven't seen much of from him. What are the best 2 games for the Aggies in the last 2 years?
Bama LSU.
Without question, right?
Yeah.
And against 2 of probably the 3 best teams they've taken the field against in the last 2 years, and maybe the 2 best. What'd they do? They scored early. They scored often. I mean, they moved the ball on LSU from the start. I don't know if they went down and kicked the field goal. They moved the ball from LSU from the start.
So, David, I just want to point out, Luke has been doing this since we started because he can see himself up on the screen, but he's just now actually getting on the screen. So that's pretty embarrassing if you ask me. Another one of his bad jokes.
Yeah, he is becoming somebody who needs attention.
Yeah.
And I feel bad, You know, like have people like just not given him throughout his childhood
And
the
see,
attention?
now, yeah, he makes people feel bad for him, so now they have to scheme and connive and try to figure something out. So, now they're going to do push-ups. Hilarious, guys.
It's actually not funny at all. Like I don't.
No, I know.
mean, yeah.
Kay has better push-ups than him, by the way.
You guys should have a push-up war. Can you tell the people what to do?
Like, comment, subscribe, watch all of our stuff. Lots of content coming your way, and beat the hell out of New Mexico. Gig 'em.
Gracias. Bye.